I have 2 days left on Creator College with June Yu. Quite honestly, I do feel I've evolved quite a bit. I've got something stimulating my vagus nerve there. If you have dysregulated nervous system, this neurosim, maybe it helps. Okay, so 2 days left on Creator College. I have grown quite a bit on this course. I did reach a point where I thought I really resent this content creation game. And what changed? A few things. Because I managed to move past that and turn it into a positive and actually produce content which I'm more happy with. Again, it's just ugly in the beginning, like going to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is a form of submission wrestling. You are like a duck out of water in the beginning. That's normal. I just don't think there is a way past that. So what changed? My coach said to me, I cannot give you any feedback if you're not posting content. And that grated a bit, but I knew that she was right. And I thought, this is so, but you don't get it. I need to do this, but I'm struggling. But I had to get honest, and I thought she's right. And that was said in front of 40 people. So it was a bit humbling. So there is accountability and community there if you want to reverse engineer this and use it for yourself. So community, accountability, honesty, see things as they really are, not worse than they are. So that was helpful. That caused a shift. Quite honestly, I don't know who out there is theistic. I do have a faith in God. I just started praying and I started reading the book of Proverbs. They say King Solomon was the wisest man who ever lived. There are 31 Proverbs, 30 or 31 days in most months. I started reading the proverb for the day. I've not read that in months. I've just not wanted to. I've struggled with it. So I started praying and reading the Bible, and it talks about, go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, no overseer or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer, gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you slumber, you sluggard? That's like a lazy person. When you rise from your sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands, and poverty will come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed bandit. And that's harsh. I don't recommend you start in the Proverbs necessarily if you're new to reading the Bible. Start in the Gospel of John or Mark. But that also said to me, you've got to take action. So I believe that God is a God of grace. I asked for grace, help me, and I also was reading the word, which is God speaks to you through the Bible. So that's another thing that helped. Then the other thing is I reached out to a guy I think he messaged me maybe, and I messaged him back and said, I just find it really hard to post. And he was super encouraging, and we've been talking back and forth. So again, community, humans need humans. We don't need toxic people in our lives, that's for sure. But yeah, that was a big help as well. So if by chance you see this, thank you for that. And then the last thing was June Yu, the creator of Creator College, has excellent content in the portal on the website. He has like a foundations course, and a big part of it is mindset. And as a health coach, I always say exercise is not the priority. Your eating is not the priority. Sleep is a bigger priority. I would say number 2, because it affects this, and it's your psychology between your 2 ears. That is the biggest thing. And so June has a module on mindset, and I also got a bonus call with Creator College because I signed up early, and that live call he did on mindset was just from his heart. I actually did a long form video on this channel right after that call, and it may seem a bit bizarre, that video, but I think that June is a very authentic, good guy. Nobody's perfect, but he comes across as just a super guy. And so those are the things that helped me. And essentially, I just realized in the end that I'm either going to stay stuck here forever, or this is my opportunity. And I'm going to grab this with both hands. And the only way is through. So it's not just about white knuckling it, it's the things I've spoken about. And yeah, if you're stuck creating content, believe me, I get it. Yes, there is good reason to get strategy and set your sort of point your nose in the right direction before you start just trying to plow forward, because I've done that before, 100 posts in 100 days, and it got me nowhere. You do want to set the foundations straight and understand the type of content that you're producing. But yeah, that's how I got out of this. And I feel like I'm breaking free, and I've decided to start treating this as a mental resilience exercise, to let go of the shackles of caring what everybody thinks and move forward. And I believe that this will bring a personal evolution, and June talks about that. I mean, this is a man who's now earning millions of dollars, and he talks about how he would record 30 bits of content in the mindset module I just spoke about. And that is so helpful, because you think you're going crazy after doing like 30 takes of a video where you're talking about something very simple. You think, am I just not cut out for this? But then you hear a guy who's got, I think, 5 million followers on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know. I've always avoided TikTok, but I need to get into that as well. I think it's safe now. And yeah, he speaks about how he had the same struggle and how he overcame it. So that was really helpful. The only way is through, yes, point your nose in the right direction, align your compass up first. I'm not well, as you can hear, and get part of a community, become part of a community if you can. It is about mindset, understand the type of content. To begin with, it's a tract. I was doing all lecturing, like education style, and putting my best into it, bringing some useful tips, science-backed advice, and nobody cared, because I don't know who you are yet. I hope this helps you. I truly believe that this sounds really cheesy, but we can do way more than we think we're capable of. But it happens much easier in a team, in a group. I believe in divine intervention. Sometimes it really does feel like God is not there. I get that. There's even evidence to suggest that God doesn't care. He's not there. I get that. We live in a fallen world. Atrocious things happen. Terrible things are happening in the UK right now, all over the world. And yeah, it can feel like God is far distant. He doesn't care. But I believe he is in the mess. So let's see how this goes. I'm very determined to treat this like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My club is not far. I want to get a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So you start on white, you go to blue, purple, brown, and black. And if by the time you're blue already, you're pretty dangerous. And by the time you're a purple belt, you are well capable of defending yourself, let's say. And so I want to get to a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's my goal. I'm a white belt right now. That seems very far off. And with my social media, I want to get to, it's not really about the numbers, but let's say I'd like to get to at least 50,000 on short form platforms. So that's Instagram, and say 10,000 on YouTube, which is harder. But the thing I really want to do is help people change their body, change their health, and feel happier in themselves. That's my goal. It feels like a long way off now. I'm on 650 something followers. I have tried so many times to do pushes on social media, but this time feels different. Something's clicked up here, and I'm inviting more other elements into the game, let's say. I think it will be a case of 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. But yeah, I'm running with a couple of good people now. It doesn't feel so lonely. And I'm treating this, as I said, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as just keep showing up, adjusting, noticing what's working, what's not working, and for training this mental fortitude.